The year was 2019, December 12th. Microsoft unveiled the next generation gaming console, the Xbox Series X. The S was not important, don't worry about that. And then this being the internet, memes started rolling out. It looks too much like a refrigerator. It's a refrigerator. It's a refrigerator. And so, Microsoft took this opportunity, and kudos for them for doing this, and they gave us the Xbox mini fridge replica of the Series X. Microsoft decided to team up with a third party and produce these mini refrigerator replicas of the Xbox Series X, because these replicas can only be found at Target stores, and they're not limited. There's no limited edition run or anything like that, but scalpers have been getting their hands on these and flipping them on third-party seller stores like on Amazon and eBay as a fine example. Now, I do happen to own an official Xbox Series X, so I will be taking my real Xbox Series X and compare it against the mini fridge and see how close to the real scale in terms of attention to detail would it look like compared to this 1.5 scale replica. Let's get started. Now, in order to accomplish this, we are gonna have to indeed take this out of the box, so I might as well turn this into an unboxing video experience as well. And honestly, already I'm not really happy with the unboxing experience because I hate styrofoam, but it does use styrofoam. The little mini fridge instruction manual, which is indeed licensed by Microsoft, which is quite interesting, but this is a third-party brand that actually partnered with Microsoft to produce this replica. Never heard of them before, to be honest, but it's a mini fridge. It's not really much in terms of needing instruction manual to know how to operate this, but a unique thing there is to be said about this mini fridge is that it is a thermoelectric cooler, which means it does not use a compressor, which is perfect for driving on the go, which they do advertise this to be great for your gaming area, but portable design, perfect for your car, RV, or truck. And since this is a thermoelectric cooler, it means it does not rely on a compressor, so it's not gonna leave a lot of water and stuff like that, which makes traveling on the go with this really handy and convenient. Another pro in terms of being a thermoelectric cooler is it's much more reliable than your standard mini fridge, because thermoelectric coolers are less likely to fail since it uses less parts, and a thermoelectric basically just utilizes its internal fans to keep the entire mini fridge set to the desired temperature. So one part of the mini fridge will remain set to that temperature, and will utilize fans to make sure the entire body of the mini fridge continues staying cool. And yeah, as you just saw, that's basically the entire unboxing experience. The texture actually does feel extremely fine, almost similar to the Xbox Series X actual texture. These buttons right here, notice these are actually physical buttons, and in addition to that, this bottom port right here is not for looks. This is actually a functional USB-A port, so you can use this to charge your Xbox controller or your smartphones and such. This is not a real button, sadly. It has this little divot right here where you could just pull out to open it up, and stays shut really well. Other attention to details you see here is that you do have the Xbox logo right here engravement, and if we rotate it to the back, it does a good job in replicating the two USB-A ports as well as the Ethernet port, power. HDMI looks kind of wonky, but the little memory slot right here is here, and you'll have the Microsoft license as well as that third party that we talked about. Interesting thing I just noticed, right up here above the refrigerator, you do have a DC and an AC. A DC is used typically for a 12-volt outlet, like a vehicle for a fine example, and an AC this will be primarily used for a household outlet. You have Eco, Max, and Off, power light indicator right here. And if we flip it around, open up the door, they do provide the cable that's needed for your vehicle 12-volt outlet and the household outlet adapter. Let's go ahead and plug this in and see what else can this mini fridge do. So here is the Series X alongside the mini fridge, and yeah, the size is really something. But let's go ahead and power this on by switching the little switch back here. So to the very right is the max setting, center is off, and the very left is Eco. It's a really clean layout. And notice how the top part is actually illuminated. This is all controlled with this eject button compared to the real Xbox. And this will actually toggle the top bit, which kind of sucks because on the real Xbox, it doesn't even illuminate above here. It's just painted green. But this one actually does illuminate, and you can turn it on and off. And then I'm assuming this button, yep, powers on the Xbox. And texture-wise between these two, let me go ahead and put these close to each other. Not too far apart. The texture actually feels identical to the real Xbox texture, so it's not awkward or uncomfortable to touch. It's actually really nice. But basically, here are some other angles, how it looks like when you compare the two different consoles, or I should say the mini fridge to the real Xbox Series X console. And opening it up, yeah, I could just open it up single-handed. And even right now, with its eco setting, I already feel a cooling temperature difference. These shelves are actually able to be removed. It does require a little bit of force to remove it, but it's easy to remove. And just for lulz, it actually does fit. You could fit the real Xbox inside the mini fridge. Wow. You can also remove these little shelves too. You could close it. This is basically like body armor for your Xbox Series X. That is hilarious. It just sucks there's no power cable pass through, so you can actually power on the system while it's inside the mini fridge to keep it cool. But this would be really cool if this actually worked. It's like better than liquid cooling in a sense. The door on my unit is actually really loose for some reason. I think this is just defected by the manufacturer. I might have to tighten up those bolts. But it's pretty operational. And yeah, I could just use this USB-A port right here. And I could plug it in to a controller. PlayStation 5 controller, because I can. And it is indeed charging. But now I want to go ahead and see how many cans of soda, or cans in general, can we fit inside this container. Let's go ahead and fill her up. So I tried organizing things. I just shoved a lot of random stuff in there. I wasn't able to fit this, unfortunately. I could fit a couple of buzz balls maybe in here. In terms of like classic beer style cans, you could fit a couple of these. So in total we got 1, 2, 6, 9, about 10 cans. It's advertised to fit up to 12, but 10 cans on average to keep things okay and not jammed in here. Fine. And yes, you could actually fit them like this. These taller can ones. And the door should still be able to close. Just for the bottle style, it's not gonna fit. So cans, yes, they could fit like that, but bottles similar to this design, it's not gonna allow the doors to fully shut. So is it worth $99? I say so. Mini fridges typically cost around this price range for this much space. It's just this one has the design, of course, of the Series X Xbox, which we have right here. The quality and stuff like that matches the quality texture of the official Xbox Series X, so not bad for a replica. And if you're concerned how loud this thing gets, well, in eco mode, it's pretty quiet. It really just sounds like a desktop fan just spinning. That's about it. No louder than the Series X, to be honest. But if we leave it on max, it definitely does get a lot louder. Not sure if the microphone could pick that up, but if you have a quiet room and you want to keep it quiet, I wouldn't really recommend leaving this in there unless you're okay hearing a PC fan constantly spinning. But it is nowhere near as loud and obnoxious compared to a real fridge. So not bad. And super lightweight when there's nothing inside. So it makes making this into a travel mini fridge for your vehicle very convenient. Now, if you're concerned if it's easy to obtain one of these, well, it's only available on Target. There's no limited amounts, so it's not limited edition. So the likelihood for the next few months, as long as you keep checking the in-stock of your Target store, you may be able to actually find one in stock at your local Target. All in all, there you guys have it. That is the overview of the mini fridge Xbox. Not bad for $99. I'm really surprised Microsoft didn't bump this up to close to $300 because I think they could have easily done that, and that would have been been a total rip-off. $99, it's a fair deal, especially if you're gonna put this in your gaming setup. It'll actually blend in very nicely, and it's a good conversation starter. Anyway, folks, thanks so much for watching. If you got some good, useful information out of this video, greatly appreciate if you could actually leave this video a like. Those help me out a lot. Get subscribed, especially if you enjoy a lot of tech videos just like this. I'll include links where you can locate these in case it's in stock in your local Target store in the video description down below, so you can literally click on it and know right away. If you'd like to see more, maybe check out some other gaming videos I've done in the past. Check out this video over there as I go through the best tips and tricks available on the Series X Xbox. And in that video over there, also a tips and trick video for the PlayStation 5. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.